Okay, hi, Paul Sackis, Good News Broadcast. We're going to talk about psoriasis and a new FDA-approved oral treatment for moderate to severe plaque psoriasis. We have Dr. April Armstrong with us. She's a dermatologist, clinical investigator in one of the treatment trials. That's interesting. An associate dean and professor of dermatology at the University of Southern California. All right. Alongside with Lee M. Howard, JD, and president and CEO of the National Psoriasis Foundation. Wowee. So that must be a fairly large organization because psoriasis is around us. And an oral remedy is good news. And we're good news and you're good news. So tell us, well, you know what, first tell us about the Psoriasis Foundation. And because I guess you've been very involved with this opportunity now for, I would say, the world, not only America. Psoriasis is not just, we don't have the privilege to have it, only us Americans. Tell us about what's going on here. Thank you.
Sure. The National Psoriasis Foundation is the patient advocacy organization serving the approximately 8 million individuals in the United States that live with psoriasis and psoriatic arthritis. We were actually founded in 1967 through a tiny little newspaper ad. And so a big part of our work today, 5 decades later, is research, education, and advocacy. And so we spend a lot of time talking to our community about how they can be empowered to achieve their best health outcomes. So we're happy to be here today in partnership with Bristol Myers Squibb to have part of that conversation.
Okay, all right, and that's one great socially minded, good corporate citizen, big time here. So Dr. April Armstrong, so what does that mean to be involved with the trials?
Yes, as we know that as dermatologists, we can treat patients and also be involved in research. And for me, it's really a privilege to be able to be a part of the clinical trials where we have patients with moderate to severe psoriasis interested in seeking new treatment options to participate in this. So it's been really a privilege to involve our psoriasis patients with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis and seeing how they progress in the clinical trials and then ultimately leading to the FDA approval.
Okay, so maybe give us some understanding of psoriasis, the I guess, disease, and some of the treatments that I think I've had 2 shots, and you need them within 6 months when I to deal with psoriasis. Is that right? Didn't I do that?
Yeah, Paul. So like you and many of the patients that Leah had mentioned, psoriasis is a chronic inflammatory skin disease that can really affect a patient's lives. And for our patients, it can range from mild to moderate to severe. And many of our patients have these red, itchy plaques or patches on their skin. And what they oftentimes experience is itching or skin pain, because sometimes when the plaque is thick, they can crack and cause bleeding and cause pain. And one thing that we've learned over the years is that about 80% of our patients with psoriasis will have plaque psoriasis, so named for the plaques that they experience. And what we see is that about a quarter of them will have moderate to severe plaque psoriasis, for which we typically then would use systemic medications such as oral medications or biologic medications or phototherapy.
Okay, biologic, just so I'm clear here. Didn't I take a shot for psoriasis, or 2 shots for psoriasis to protect myself from getting psoriasis? Or am I thinking of a different disease?
You know, that's a great question, Paul. I would encourage you to ask your healthcare provider to find out exactly what you had. And but it's always good for our patients to find out exactly what they had, what are the efficacy and what are the side effects.
Right. I should know. I'm asking you what I got. I'm so bad that I missed the second shot for whatever I'm talking about. And thusly, I had to do it again. So the reason I'm saying this is because to now take an oral medicine is very, very good news. Most people don't like to take shots, one. And so how does this oral medicine, are we able to talk about that at this point? How do you take it? Is it one pill, or what's the discovery here?
Yes, so FDA recently approved this new oral medication, and it's called Sotyktu, or the generic name is deucravacitinib, for adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who are also candidates for systemic therapy or phototherapy. And it is unique in that when we're thinking about how it works, so TYK2, this new medication targets a specific part of our immune system that is quite unique and specific to the psoriasis. So it's what we call the first in a new class of medications that has been discovered. And this particular new medication was discovered and developed by Bristol Myers Squibb, with whom we're partnering with. I'm personally very excited about this medication because it's once a day, so it's very convenient, once a day, daily dosing, convenient for our patients. You can take it with or without food. It also has no known side effects with other medications that a patient may be taking as well. And it is important to know that in the clinical trials, this particular new medication has been shown to be better at clearing skin compared to standard oral therapy.
Okay, and how long do you take the medicine for?
Yes, so it depends on your skin disease. It depends on your psoriasis. So what we see in the clinical trials is that by month 4, about over 50% of the patients have seen clear, almost clear skin by month 4. And we know that if they take longer than that, they can actually have a better treatment, a better response to the treatment. And what we note is that also now, not with any medications, we can see some side effects. Some patients can see some side effects, and those may include common cold, sores, and folliculitis. So it's really important to have patients talk to their healthcare providers to find out if this medication is right for them.
Sure, sure. Lee, tell us, this is a great new discovery for something that you're working on 24/7 a week, I'm sure. So how does your community feel about what's happened here with this new FDA-approved oral approach?
Yeah. Yes, I certainly share Dr. Armstrong's optimism and enthusiasm here. You know, my career has really been entirely about supporting individuals from different communities living with different diseases. And 10 years ago, when I came to the National Psoriasis Foundation, you know, it was exciting for me because this is a community that I'm actually a part of. So my own experience with psoriasis started more than 20 years ago. I was working full-time, going to law school, planning a wedding under a lot of stress, which is pretty normal, actually. We hear that from a lot of members of our community. So a big part of what we do is really try to empower individuals living with plaque psoriasis and the other forms of psoriasis to get their disease well managed. So we have a lot of resources and a lot of information both on our website, psoriasis.org, to do that. And we encourage folks to visit that.
Okay, well, this is all good. I want to thank you both. We're very much involved with world peace and peace in general, inner, outer peace. And as we all learn, stress, you mentioned that word, and that is a big time word in our health conditions. And health is wealth, number one.
Yes, absolutely,
world,
Paul.
right?
And absolutely, health is so important, and it's such great news that we have this new medication for our patients. And if they want to find out more information, they can go to Sotyktu, that's SOTYKTU.com for more information.
Okay, thank you both very much for sharing good news with us. Take care. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you.